What's up, buttercups? This is a YouTube first, an Amy Young YouTube original. I'm filming a video with wet hair. I just didn't feel like trying it. And it's so late on Friday and I've been wanting to get to this video all day. And I just haven't had the time yet. And I was like, I can't wait another 10 minutes to dry my hair. I have to talk to my peeps. I want to share a quote for anyone out there who has a dream in their heart and a desire to fulfill it, but feels caught between pursuing that path and staying where they are in a stable position, or a more like traditional career path that's not fulfilling to them, but it feels kind of good enough. One of my favorite quotes, I read it in a book by Danielle LaPorte, The Fire Starter Sessions, but I don't think it's a Danielle LaPorte quote. I think that she was quoting someone else, and now I'm quoting that person via her. Be careful. Hold on, let me get it in my head first. Oh, this is Mercury in retrograde happening right here, where it's like from the brain to the mouth to the people. Do you believe in that stuff? Everyone's so across the board about it. It's a real like trigger button issue. Okay, ready? Here's the quote. Be careful at what you're very good at because you could wind up doing it forever. Be careful with what you're good at because you could wind up doing it forever. What does that mean? It means that sometimes your gifts and your talents could be utilized against you because you will be so good at what you do in a given role, in a given position, or a certain environment that you will be completely indispensable to those people. And those people might want to give you more money, they might want to give you more clout or responsibility or status or stature or whatever to keep you where you are, because what you do, what you are so good at is amazing, but maybe what you're good at isn't what you want to do. I remember when I had just graduated from New York and I was working at that time at Starbucks. I worked at Starbucks for a long time. And I had moved from a few different stores. Like I worked at a store in Boston and then I transitioned to a store in New York, and I was trying to figure out like my new Starbucks home. And every single store that I went to, I was, I'll own it, I was loved by management across the board. I mean, I really excelled in customer service. I'm a people person to the nth degree. I have a really good memory. I can be pretty like type A and neurotic and obsessive about like doing things correctly. I like to be clean. I have like a really insane level of work ethic. So like if there's a job worth doing, I want to do it really, really right. These are qualities that probably do well in a lot of different environments. At Starbucks, at a company like that, they were like, whoa, we like what this girl's selling. Every single boss that I had was dying to promote me. Customers really loved me. Keep in mind, I don't feel like I should have to say this, and I could probably do a whole separate freestyle on this. Like, this is not me bragging and being like, I was the barista of the century. This is me just stating facts, like simple truths. And that's actually an exercise that I'll take my coaching clients through if they're feeling like, maybe like I don't have the skills, or I'm not that good, or like they have a hard time taking compliments. I'm like, just state some truths of who you are. It's not about like coming across as conceited or full of yourself or bragging. It's like, if you're just telling the truth, you're telling the truth. It's okay to tell the truth if it puts you in a good light. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm leading the way, I'm modeling that. So I was a really fucking excellent barista. I had opportunities to do like weird special media promotion things and special events, and to go like do stuff for Starbucks like all over the city. It was really cool, but it was also complicated because I was broke AF. I remember doing my taxes, I think my first year out of college, and my total income for the year was $16,000. And I was living in New York City. I was living in Queens, but I was fucking making it work. I don't know how I did that, but I made it work somehow. And I kept getting these offers to get promoted, to become a supervisor, to get on a manager track. I had my district manager coming down and saying, listen, Amy, if you ever wanted to get in on like the corporate side of things, we could set you up and do something. And I was like, whoa, I know a few things. I know I need money. I know that I definitely like feeling like appreciated and acknowledged and receiving positive feedback about my work. I know that Starbucks has like a ton of different work opportunities that I could maybe excel in, but here's some other stuff that I really know. I don't want to work at Starbucks forever. I am not an eternal barista. I don't, it doesn't excite me to come to the store every day. I'll clock in for my shift and I do a good job, but I always leave feeling depleted and drained and exhausted, and I don't want to get paid more to feel that way and have more responsibility. So time and time and time again, I would turn it down to the point where I would frustrate people because they would say, Amy, you've been here for like 4 years. Isn't it time for you to move up? No, it's not. I'm staying a barista forever. And that's what I did. I worked for the company for 6 years and I stayed a barista, and it was hard because I recognized that I was saying no to a lot of things that could lead me in this cool direction or would be more impressive than telling people I was a barista at Starbucks. But ultimately, it was not the vision for my life that I wanted. And at that time, I was still acting and I just wanted to do that all the time. And the main two things I needed for that was like freedom and flexibility for me to be able to go to auditions and get my shifts covered and not have to be responsible. And I understood that the values that I had to honor in order for me to pursue this bigger dream that I had didn't include me saying yes to what I was very good at. If you're in a position right now, because this is so friggin' hard when you're in it to like have to navigate the like, do I say yes to more exciting, alluring promises and, oh, I could just do it for a couple of years. Sure, I can just take this promotion and it'll get me like a little bit more clout. Or do I just say like, no, fuck it. I either am gonna stay like where I am, or maybe even I'm gonna leave because I have this other idea. This is something I want you to know. The people that I saw continuously saying yes to the, oh, just do this for a little while, just take the next promotion, you'll get this new title, you'll make a little bit more money, just do it for a little while, versus the people who said, fuck it, I'm just gonna like keep my head down and I'm not gonna keep going on this path because I know that long term I don't wanna do that. I never saw any of the people who said yes to those opportunities leave and start anew, or figure out how to get out of it. Because once you start saying yes to it, once you get into that cycle and that becomes your habit, it's really, really hard to get out. And yes, I am partially imparting this as like a cautionary tale, because if you're in that position right now, I want you to seriously consider, be honest with yourself, is saying yes to this one new opportunity going to make it easier or harder for you to say no next time? And that's not to say that the people who I've seen say yes to the promotions or the, you know, being good at what they're good at, even though it didn't align with what they wanted for themselves. I don't know that all those people are unhappy with their lives, and I don't know if they regret that decision, and I don't know if that doesn't mean that they will ever say no or leave that track. But I just know that right now, most of those people are still doing the thing that they didn't want to be doing in the first place. Whew, tough conversation, right? The important thing to remember is there is no one way to do things. There is no right path. But I think the longer that you do something that you get rewarded for, that you're good at, that your heart isn't in, the harder it is to say no. It's inertia, you know? Like matter just wants to say the same. We're matter. We are comprised of just like, we just want to settle and stay the same, and change gets scarier and harder the more comfortable you get in the circumstances that you're in. So take that. Someone needed to hear this today. I'm sure of that. That's usually how it goes. If that person was you, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know what you're struggling with. And thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad that we could do this because I'm uploading so late in the day. I hope that you're having a great day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I hope this video finds you well and that you're enjoying life as we know it. And until next time, Sugar Lumpkins. Oh, you can subscribe to my email list in the description box, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting subscribe. I'll see ya.